On this question, they're giving us a function, putting it on an interval. They're saying find the average or mean slope of the function. They tell us specifically how to do that right here. So we'll bring that on down and do what they're saying. F of 6 minus f of negative 3 over 6 minus negative 3. So that's the, you know what that is, that formula? That is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You know how we do a slope formula, difference of y's over difference of x's, right? F values are y values. 2 points are 6 and negative 3, 6 and negative 3, right? This is the x1, x2. They're both x, but they're interval. An interval means it's not xy, it's xx, right? X1, x2. So, all right, so we're finding the slope. And so let's do it. F of 6. That means plug 6 into that function. So you're going to get 5 minus 8 times 6 squared minus. And then we're going to plug negative 3 into that. 5 minus 8 times negative 3 squared over 6 minus 3. So this right here is f of 6 because I plugged in 6, and this is f of negative 3 because I plugged in negative 3. All right, so what do we get from here? We get, if you work this out, 5 minus 8 times 6 squared. It's going to use my calculator, 5 minus 8 times 6 squared here. Oh, whoops, got to add it, huh? Minus 8 times 6 squared. All right, 8 times 6 squared. I'm getting minus 283. Minus, the 5 minus 8 times minus 3 squared. Minus 8 times minus 3 squared. 5 minus 8 times minus 3 squared. Minus 67. 6 minus 3. Okay, so now on down, what do we get? So let's do that in our, double negative becomes positive, you know that right here and here. So minus 283 plus 67, minus 283 plus 67, minus 283 plus 67, minus 216. 6 plus 3 is 9. Divide that on the calculator. Minus 216 divided by 9. So I'll just take the answer we just got, divided by 9, getting minus 24. Okay. And that's what they got in the first one. Boom. So that's the average slope. That's the average slope over that interval. Okay, let me show you a picture. So graphically, that's the blue line. Say this is the function that they just wanted us to graph. This function right here, I should have written that in. That is y f of x equals 5 minus 8x squared. Minus 8x squared. So there's the function. It's an upside down parabola, U shape. And here's the point, back 3. Here's the point that goes from negative 3, and here's positive 6. Right? We're saying the slope that goes from there to there's the slope of the function. Right? We just calculated the slope. And it's minus 24. It goes between these 2 points from minus 3 to positive 6 on this U shape. That's the blue line. We'll get to what the green line is in a minute. That's what we just figured out. Okay, now part 2 says by the mean value theorem, we know there exists a C in the open interval minus 3, 6 such that f prime of C is equal to the mean slope. Find the C. So what the mean means average. So the mean value theorem says you can take the f prime of C will equal this mean slope. So here's the mean. That's the average mean or average slope between -3 and 6 for that function. So if I take the original function, 5 minus 8x squared, that's the original function, yep. Okay, and I take the derivative of it, and 2 down is 0, be minus 16x to the first. Okay, and so there's the derivative. And they're saying if you set that, oops, set that equal to minus 24, which is the average slope, you can find the x, so there is guaranteed to be an x value where that'll happen. Let's solve for this thing. Let's divide by minus 16. Hit the buttons on your calculator, you get positive 1.5. Two negatives make a positive. So there it is. And that is the answer right there to the question. Now, what did we just do? Let me show you the graph again. So what we just did is we said, hey, here's the slope between those 2 points, between -3 and +6, right? The interval goes, let me be clear here, from -3 to +6. That's what they said. Interval from -3 to +6 of this function. So here's the slope from -3 to +6 of that function. And we found at 1.5, the slope of the tangent line is parallel, is equal. It has the same slope. Let me write it. Oops. Let's put this over here. Slope is -24. And slope of tangent at x is 1.5. And this is slope between, clear this up, between -3 and +6. So we're saying from -3 to +6, from there to there, the slope is well, it equals, that's what it equals, -24. And it's the same at the point x equals 1.5, the slope of the tangent line. See that? So what we're saying is whenever you have a function and you have 2 points and you calculate the slope between those 2 points, somewhere along the curve between those 2 points, you'll have a point, that is at 1.5, where the slope of the tangent line is exactly the same. They're parallel to the slope between those 2 points. That'll always happen if you have a continuous function. It says there will be a point between your starting point of -3 and your ending point of +6. From here to there, if you go between those two and find something, there's going to be some other point. There's going to be some point between those where the slope of the tangent line is parallel, is equal, same slope for the tangent line. And we found that point. And so there we go.